So Apple's event is tomorrow, and in this video I want to give some love to the M1 Mac Mini. Out of Apple's entire lineup, from the MacBook Air to the MacBook Pro to the iPad, the M1 Mac Mini is by far the best bang for your buck Mac. You can't buy any Mac right now from Apple that is going to give you better performance for the price. When Apple decided to put their own silicon in the Mac Mini, they did something weird because they didn't even change the enclosure. They just took the old Mac Mini, which hasn't been redesigned since 2010, and they stuck their silicon in there, and boom, you get this best value Mac. But now that Apple has had a full year and they had the time to invest in the tooling and remaking the new enclosure for the Mac Mini, we're expecting to see something drastically different. Apple has always been bogged down by Intel and their thermal throttling. Basically, Intel and Apple would try to get on the same page and discuss things about Intel's new chips. Intel would tell Apple, hey, our new chips are going to be this much faster and you're going to be able to have this much performance and it's not going to heat up as much. So then Apple would create a new enclosure. Intel would ship their chip late, obviously, all the time, and it wouldn't perform as good as Intel would say. So Apple got fed up with this and they created their own chips, which are much more powerful and they don't get as hot. So with this Mac Mini, we're expecting a brand new enclosure because it doesn't have to be as big, it doesn't have to be cooled with fans. I don't expect to see fans in this new Mac Mini. I don't expect it to be as thick or as big as previous years. We're also expecting to see 4 USB-C ports, HDMI, SD card slot, Ethernet, and we're expecting to see a new magnetic power cable, the same power cable that came in the new Mac Pros. It's kind of crazy to think about that. Right now, you can go on Apple's website and get a Mac Mini for $700 and be up and running with an M1 Mac that does not overheat and still can run Final Cut and all the pro apps that you need to get your work done fast, efficiently, and it runs smooth. But Apple still has a Core i5 Mac Mini available for sale on their website. So here's what I expect to happen with a Core i5 Mac Mini. Apple is going to discontinue the Core i5 Mac Mini and they're going to replace it with the M1 Mac Mini. This new M1X Mac Mini is going to be the top tier, and then we're going to have the M1 Mac Mini right beside it, and they're going to ditch the Core i5 Intel model. The reason I think that is because we're 8 months away from Apple's 2-year plan to transition their entire lineup from Intel to Apple Silicon. And it's only makes sense that Apple would ditch the Intel version of the Mac Mini when they come out with this new Mac Mini with a new enclosure, new M1X Apple Silicon, and just keep the base model, the M1 Mac Mini, with the old enclosure as the entry-level Mac Mini. Out of Apple's entire lineup for this year's event, this is the product that I'm most looking forward to because I already have an external display, I have Apple peripherals. So the only thing I need is something that's going to be powerful enough and it's not going to thermal throttle on me like these Intel Macs do. So let me know in the comments, which product are you most excited to see this year at Apple's event tomorrow? Let me know in the comments and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.